Edgewood Crusaders. Alongside, first to some stats for the JV squad, or some notes I should say. Coach Paul Manchester talked to him pregame. He says he wants to see sophomore Hayden Anderson make a little bit more of a transition to varsity. He says Anderson has pretty good size, wants to see how that translates to the varsity game. Sees great minutes JV as a sophomore. Manchester hoping that moves over. Freshman Alex Chapman be a force this season and next year as well, according to Manchester. About 3 minutes to tip off. Dive into a few keys to the game. As always, knocking down free throws makes a big difference in just about any game. Capitalizing from the line, game in, game out, can be huge. Transition buckets, crashing the boards, just getting out running with it early on can be a big key as well. And limiting fouls, just limiting those chances from the line for the road team Edgewood can be huge.
And also a few things. I think if Mount Horeb JV squad wants to come out and win this game, they just get a few quick threes, as they've always been a good shooting team, and they need to come out and do that right away, get some momentum going on the board.
Yeah, get into some more stats and stuff later on for the varsity matchup, but the varsity team has quite the shooters, hoping this JV team has that as well. Got the Vikings warming up in front of us in their home white as Edgewood will retake the court. Looks like they'll be in their road, blackish gray unis.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. Not sure if their away is red or tannish.
Got some black shorts on, that's for sure. Black warm-ups over the jerseys. See how this Edgewood crowd travels. Usually years prior they've been pretty solid travelers, about half-hour trip from Madison. So it should be pretty interesting to see how the Edgewood faithful comes if it's like normal.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
About 20 seconds left to tip off. Starting 5 for this JV squad. The aforementioned Alex Chapman, the freshman, making a starting appearance in the first home game for the Vikings. Along with him, Cal Odgers, the sophomore Hayden Anderson. Coach Paul Manchester says he also plays varsity, so only suit up for the first half before getting ready for the varsity game. Ethan Morsard, another sophomore, and Jackson Finley will round it out for Mount Horeb. For the Edgewood Crusaders, Augustus Wagner joining him. Benjamin Morey, McGill Yackey, Ethan Bridle, and Henry Clark are the starting 5. Looks like Bridle and Anderson will be tipping it off here. 16 minutes on the clock. Vikings win the tip with it now. Number 22, Jackson Finley, gets it over to Odgers. Odgers gets it top key. Lefty 3 up and good. Pretty solid start there for the Vikings on their first offensive possession of the season at home.
Yeah, just like I was saying, they just need to get those quick buckets and put some momentum on the board.
They did just that, as now in the left corner, pump fake, nice pump fake, floater up and back rim no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Bringing it now is Finley, getting it top the key pump fake into the corner to number 20, Ethan Morsard. Morsard Gets it to Finley. Finley into the corner to Anderson. Anderson driving right, pump fake, and fouled on the way up. Pretty quick start here for the Vikings, up 3-0. Chance to add on to it. They called that foul on the ground.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to be a shooting foul, but
I did as well. Inbounding it into Odgers. Into the corner now to Morrisart. Morrisart drives right, gets it to Chapman. His three off, no good. Rebounded by the Crusaders. Bringing it up is Maury. He gets it back top of the key now. Driving left, kicking left wing. Back to him. Driving left, shot up and good. Tough contested bucket over the outstretched arms of Finley there.
the Crusaders respond, and 3-2 lead here for now for Mount Horeb.
Picking up that foul on the last possession was Yaki. The shot up, no good for the Vikings. Rebounded by the big man, Bridle. Finley gets the steal. Nice transition D there for Mount Horeb. Skipping it into the corner. It could have been stolen. It was not. Now up to Anderson. Anderson skips it right side. Driving left is Odgers. Gets it into the corner. Now to Morrisard. Morrisard stopped his dribble. Gets it to Chapman. Chapman, another three up and good. So both shots on the evening for Mount Horeb threes. Both of them nothing but the bottom of the net. Dribble handoff now. Getting it left corner are the Crusaders. Over to Bridle. Bridle driving right. Getting it to Wagner. Wagner gets his shot blocked, but a foul on the way up.
You kind of tell that foul was coming there. He just went down hard on him and got his arm instead of the ball. Good call there.
First free throws of the night are going to Augustus Wagner. 6-2 Vikings lead, 13:43 left in this first half. Wagner's first up and back iron, no good. Vikings got to make sure to crash the boards here, limit those second chance points. Second for Wagner up, and that one is good. 6-3 Vikings now lead 13:42 and ticking. Bringing it up is Alex Chapman. Chapman looking, driving right, getting it into the lane. Pump fake shot up and good.
Really nice play there by Chapman. Just recognizes where the defense is and goes the other way, and beautiful finish.
Vikings out to that quick start we mentioned, up 8-3, just under 13 and a half left. Wagner driving, now getting it to Maury. Maury turns it over. Vikings now looking to get those transition buckets we talked about. Flare screen set in the corner. Finley thought about a deep three, did not take it. Now double teamed is Chapman. Finley gets it back. His lefty three up and back rim no good. Rebounded by Maury. Maury bringing it up, crossing left. Nice crossover there. May have gotten away. He did not get away with the travel, as that will be another Edgewood turnover. 8-3. Vikings on top, just under 13 minutes left in the first half.
I was about to get away with that one for a second. They called that one a little late.
Thought he was getting away with that. Ref said not today. Bringing it up is Jackson Finley, the sophomore, looking right. Dribble handoff. Now Chapman gets it. Chapman into Hayden Anderson. Anderson looking to post up. Got a dribble if he wants it. Elects not to. Gets it back to Chapman. Top key. Chapman over to the right wing. Anderson posting up. And they will call a reach in on number 40, Henry Clark. Second foul of the half for Edgewood. JV head coach Mark Fredrickson telling his team what play to run. As into the left corner to Chapman. Chapman gets it to Odgers, top of the key. Odgers looking to get it to Morrisard. He does just that as Morrisard skips it to Hayden Anderson. Anderson driving right. Skip pass, corner three up and front rim no good. Offensive board for Mount Horeb, number 0, Alex Chapman. Freshman's got his hands all over this game so far. That shot up and good Call out a 3. Vikings' third 3 on the evening. Wagner bringing it up. Skipping it. Now right corner driving baseline. Little 8-footer. It's about to hit the ceiling, but it goes in nonetheless. 11-5 Vikings leading now wide open down court. Pump faking a couple times is Morrisard. Over now, right wing. Up to Finley. Finley spinning left, getting it to Morrisard. Morrisard into the corner to Anderson. Anderson looking to shoot, instead puts it on the deck. Layup, no good. Wagner bringing it up now for Edgewood. 11 minutes left in this first half. 11-5 the score, as Anderson may have gotten a piece of that one. And Vikings looking to get out and run with it yet again into the corner. That shot up and back rim no good. Rebounded. Another offensive board for the Vikings. Getting double teamed is Ethan Morrisard. Finley was open for a second in the left corner. Vikings did not see it in time. Finley now open. Pump fake. Got his defender in the air. That one poked away. As
really tough finish there by Odgers.
Odgers, very tough finish. Little fall away, fadeaway type shot goes in. 13-5, 10. 18 left in this first half. Vikings up 8. Stopping his dribble is Wagner. Now 18-footer front rim, no good. Rebounded by Hayden Anderson. Anderson, about the biggest guy in the court. Definitely securing some boards early on into Morrisard in the corner. Morrisard driving right. Stopping, skipping to Odgers. Anderson now driving left. A little bit of contact, hoop, and the harm for Hayden Anderson. Extending the lead to 10.
Another tough finish there by the Vikings, and they are putting up points here early and doing a good job of it.
3 new Vikings checking in here, as Edgewood looking to make a substitution as well. Anderson looking to extend this lead by a point. Free throw up and back rim, no good. Huge board there by the Vikings. Anderson driving, gets another one to go. More second chance points. Timeout Edgewood. We will take one as well. You're listening to Viking Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Now, back to the action, right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings out to an early 17-5 lead over the Edgewood Crusaders. Jack, what have you seen so far from this Mount Horeb team you've really been impressed by?
I've been really impressed by Alex Chapman. He's had a few nice points on the board. He's got 5 already, and I think another thing to note is that Hayden Anderson's only going to be playing this first half. And outside of that, he's most of the height they have on this team, and Edgewood's got some height, and they're going to have to deal with that in this second half. It's going to be tough for them to defend. Yeah,
Anderson's been all over those last few possessions for Mount Horeb. Got that and one missed free throw, and then he put it back. So he's got 4 points in about 5 seconds. That's not too shabby of a outing, as Edgewood gets the ball in the inbounds. About 9:21 left here. Vikings up 12 with it top of the key. Driving right is Clark. Clark dumps it down low. That pass deflected a few times. Wagner thought about pulling it. He did not. Over to John Bishop, recently checked in for Edgewood. Post hook up, back rim, no good. Vikings pull down that board with 9 minutes left in this first half. Vikings get it to none other than Hayden Anderson. Anderson skips it. 3 up, no good for Nick Eibinger. His first shot of the night bit off as Edgewood now brings it across the timeline. A couple Vikings look to check in. One Viking checking in as that foul is on the Vikings, their second of the half. First on number 11, Max Grundle. Edgewood gets that one in, just under 8:45 left in this first half. Driving right, kicking corner. Edgewood, nice ball movement here. The 3 off right, no good for Bishop, as the Vikings doing a great job so far of crashing the boards. Into the corner, that 3 back rim, no good, as number 40, Henry Clark, pulls down another board. Big fella getting boards early on. Nice ball movement there as that lane is up and good. It's about one of the better possessions we've seen from Edgewood early on.
Yeah, it was just good recognition of where the player was and puts it right where it needs to be.
Over into the corner now to Tarek Isley. Drives right, kicks corner, driving right, and I believe a block is called. 17-7 early on, about 7:52 left in this first half. That foul on number 54, Owen Rist, his second, 4th team. Inbounded to Max Grundle. Grundle walked with it.
It's a good call there. Wasn't easy to see, but it looked like he walked with it a bit.
Wagner bringing it across the timeline, handing it off, now left wing. 17-7 still the score. About 7.5 minutes in this first half. Up to Wagner, top key. Wagner 3 up and a little bit left. No good for number 3, Patrick Fegan. His first shot of the night off. Over to number 12, Logan Ford. He drives, kicks corner. Now top of the key. Nice ball movement here. Pretty typical Vikings offense. Get the ball, look for the best shot. Best shot is right there, as that shot up and good for Mason Williams.
Yeah, there's a few times where you just move the ball enough and somebody gets off their man and creates that kind of opportunity. Nice play there.
19-7 now the score. A couple ticks under 7 minutes left. Nice ball movement here for Edgewood. That corner 3 up, no good, as the Vikings look to get out and run with it. Calling a double dribble down low on Isley. Back-to-back turnovers here for Mount Horeb.
Yeah, I think Edgewood has a chance of staying in this game. They got to start getting some of these shots to fall. They've took a few threes now and haven't got one to fall yet.
Yeah, these are all good looks. They're just not going in for Mount Horeb. Subbing out is Williams, the freshman, seeing some nice minutes early on. Speaking of seeing nice minutes, Wagner bringing the ball up yet again. Over top of the key now. Right corner 3, up and good. I believe that was number 5, John Bishop. Driving right now. A little contact down low up top. That 3, no good, as the Vikings pull down another board. Isley brought that one in. Now right wing driving left, poked away, recovered by Mount Horeb. Now Morsart driving right, looking for an open Viking, finds one. Right corner now down low to Grundle. His shot up, no good, but fouled on the way up.
It's a good turn and look shot, just couldn't quite get it to fall, but gets the contact and gets to shoot two at the free throw line.
First one up, back iron, hits rim about 5 times and falls off. Subbing back in is Hayden Anderson in for Isley. Second from the charity stripe, rattles out, no good. Vikings got to hit those free throws if they want to maintain this lead. Wagner gets it. Bobbled pass. Now back up to Wagner. Wagner driving left. Got the left half of the court open if he wants it. Now Edgewood kind of gets back into formation. Skip pass. Top of the key. Now left wing, 5.5 minutes left. Vikings up 19-10. Pretty quick first half. That one poked away. Recovered by the Crusaders. Couple Vikings look to check in. And that's just not a good foul if you're Mount Horeb. Only the third of the half, but about 35 feet from the hoop. And the second on Grundle. Just not what the Vikings are looking for.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been in the game for like 10 minutes almost. And not 10, maybe like 6 or 7, but he's a valuable player. They don't want him sitting out this game.
5:21 was when the ball was inbounded left in this first half. Vikings up 9 early. That shot looks to be right. That is right. No good. As the Vikings look to get out and run with it. Driving left. That one poked away. Will remain Vikings ball. That shot on the other end of the court off for Finnegan Nuschel-Dornan. His first 3 of the night was no good. Inbounding it now are the Vikings into Finley. Now looking to skip it to Hayden Anderson. They do indeed. Anderson driving right and contact, laying up and good. Anderson, I believe, has 6 of the 21 early for the Vikings as the Vikings extend their lead 21-10, 4:40 left in the first half. Up top, the key to Bishop. Bishop driving, layup, no good. Rebounded by Morsard. Morsard now lefty, 3, good.
Nice shot there by Finley, and that's putting some momentum on the board now.
Momentum indeed, just what the Vikings are looking for. 24-10, 4:17 left. Just like we've said, shots are there for Edgewood. They're just not falling. As that one, another point-blank shot, just a little too strong for the Crusaders. Pass bobbled left corner for Finley. Now up to Chapman. Chapman, what a dump down low. As Morsard unable to finish the easy bucket.
Yeah, that's when you got to finish there. You got that opportunity. Can't miss that one.
Got to capitalize on those close shots. As that lay-in, no good for Edgewood. No rotation for the Vikings. Open 3 up, no good. Offensive board. Anderson says get that out of here, but will be called for the foul.
MHB kind of looking a little lazy on the defensive end there. Kind of just let a few guys drive into the lane, and lucky it only ended up in shooting free throws and not a bucket and free throws.
First shot up, no good for number 5, John Bishop, as a couple Crusaders, come out of this game. Anderson picking up his first on that shooting foul. Only 14 fouls for the Vikings, as Bishop's second is up, no good. Edgewood seems to have a lid on their hoop, as they haven't scored in a few minutes here. Still 24-10, just under 3.5 minutes left in this first half. Hayden Anderson sees wide open lane, driving, acrobatic lay-in, no good. Anderson pulls down his own board, goes back up with it, and shot is good. Anderson now with 8 on the evening, 8 of the 26, as quick down the other side of the court here are the Crusaders. Driving left, floater up, no good. As the Vikings now got another transition opportunity, top of the key, 3, rattles out, no good. Anderson had that one go off his noggin, as the Crusaders will get out and run with it. 3, right wing, up and good. There's the shot the Crusaders were looking for, as Fegan connects on a 3. 26-13, Vikings on top. 2:36 and counting left in this first half.
Finally getting something to fall, as they could not get anything going earlier.
Anderson hands off to Morsard. Morsard driving right, kicking out. Nice screen set by Anderson. As that 3, no good. Hayden Anderson unable to get to that one in time. Maybe this is what Edgewood was looking for. Just shot to fall, get a stop, go back down and score, tighten this game up a little bit.
Yeah, that's for sure. That'll definitely do it. And they can get a 3 or just put some points on the board. That could really change this game up.
2:18 and ticking left in this first half. Vikings doubling Edgewood's points, 26-13, as Edgewood looks to score back-to-back possessions. Doubling up top are the Vikings. That shot up no good. Rebounding here are the Crusaders. Offensive board, got to limit those if you're Mount Horeb. Now left wing. Nice pump fake there. That shot off no good. For number 34, Magill-Yaki, as the Vikings look to get a score here with about a minute and a half left in the first half. Over to Morrisard. Driving right is Morrisard to Anderson. Anderson now driving middle to his left as he turns it over. Credit Finnegan, Neuschel, Dornan with the steal there, as about everybody from Edgewood thought the three was getting pulled there in transition. Maybe wise not to. Down 13, just over a minute left in regulation. The first half. Looking to get it down low to Clark are the Crusaders, just not finding him. Floater up, no good. Clark pulls down the offensive board and laying up and good. Minute left. Edgewood narrows the lead to 11, 26-15. The Vikings look to get a score here. That lefty three up, top key, no good. Pulling down the board is Alex Chapman, Edgewood bench not happy with that offensive board being given up. That one poked away, will stay with the Vikings. 26-15 the score, 33.2 seconds left. Inbounding it here for the Vikings is Eibinger. Gets it about free throw line. That shot short for Chapman. Foul on the Vikings. Will be their fifth of the half.
MHB, they couldn't get these last couple of shots to fall, and they're going to change this momentum if Edgewood gets a few buckets here to end this first half.
See what the Crusaders decide to do. Of course, no shot clock in Wisconsin. See if they decide to hold it here. Maybe go for the first open look and rely on their defense. Clark gets it down low. Right corner shot up and just put long, no good. Vikings pull down the board. Got 10 seconds to work with here. Plenty of time. Clock down to 5. Into the corner. Driving left. Vikings got to get a shot up. They do. Up and good for Chapman to end the half. Vikings head into the intermission up 28-15. We'll be right back.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Chiropractic Services, Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Chiropractic services, Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Listen live on your favorite smart speaker. Just ask to play Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. About 6 minutes left in this halftime break. Vikings up 28-15. Jack, what have you seen in this first half from the Vikings that you've really liked?
They've done a really good job shooting the ball. Just pretty much throughout the whole half. They've had a few times where they've been a little leany, but most of it, all their guys can shoot, and they just need to keep doing that if they want to win this game.
Yeah, very good shot selection, it seems. That's pretty typical of Mount Horeb basketball. Just no shot clock, as I mentioned, just kind of milking the clock, looking for the best opportunity. They've done just that. A lot of second chance points as well, it seems. Just great job pulling down those offensive boards. Even third chance points, I think there's been a few. Pulling down those boards, just getting those second chance, third chance points have been huge. What do you think they can do or a little bit better in the second half?
I think they need to do a good job getting the defensive rebounds. The Crusaders had a few too many times where they've got offensive rebounds and got second chance points, and or Mount Horeb can't allow that.
You read my mind there. That's exactly what I was going to say. Vikings have done a pretty solid job. Can't complain with 15 points given up in about 16 minutes of play, but a couple of those chances have been on the second chance. So it's kind of limit those heading into the second half. should be able to hopefully increase this lead and pull away with the victory. About 4:40 left. We'll take one final break. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Housing Lender.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Want to listen to Wisco on the go? Download our app from your phone's app store.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings heading into the second half, up 28-15. Edgewood's ball coming out of the break. As we said, Vikings just got to keep that defensive mentality they had in the first half. A couple of second chance points they could maybe work on a little bit, but keep getting those defensive stops, putting the ball in the bucket on the other end, and they should be happy with the result. Edgewood getting it down low, double teamed and fouled on the way up.
was going to say that looked like pretty good defense. I thought they got mostly the ball there, but
Henry Clark hacked on the way up. That foul on Ethan Morsard of Mount Horeb, his first, as Edgewood will look to dig into this lead a little bit from the line. Clark's first, no good.
I think for both sides of the ball, we might have to spend some time shooting at the free throw line, as we've been not the best here so far in this JV game.
Exactly what I was going to say. Second up, and that one, no good. I believe they're calling a lane violation. So Clark will give it another go, but don't quote me on this, but I don't know if there's been a made free throw so far in this game. Maybe one or two.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there has been.
Both sides got to clean it up from the line here. Clark's, right as I say clean it up from the line, Clark does just that.
Should have just waited till after.
28-16, now the score, 15-43 and ticking. Bringing it up for Mount Horeb is Finley. Finley driving left, lobbing it down low. That shot up no good, as that was off for Max Grundall. Grundall starting the second half for Anderson. As we said, Anderson will be suiting up for varsity, so he's only allowed to play that first half now. Driving left are the Crusaders. Stop, pop, shot up, back iron, no good. As fouled on the way up is number 42, Evan Bridle, as he'll look to make a couple at the line.
Yeah, it looked like Odgers had it there, but the other guy just came up and kind of undercut him and able to get the board, and ends up getting fouled.
First from the line, up and good. As 28-17 now, the score 15-13 left in this second half. That foul on Odgers, of course, his second team as well for Mount Horeb in under a minute. Second free throw up, no good. Tapped back out. Who's going to get the 50-50 ball? That one out of bounds. And will be Edgewood's ball. Great hustle there by the Crusaders. One of them looks like he just about dove into the bleachers for that. Putting his body on the line. Inbounding it here is number 34, Yaki, as he gets it inbounds. Now, Maury will get it over to Bridle. Bridle looking down low, gets it down low, as with no Anderson, the Vikings really lacking size down low now, as the Vikings about gave up their third foul of the half. That one will be a jump ball. I believe will go, yes, it will go the way of the Vikings.
I thought that really should have been Viking ball either way. I thought they didn't even give him a chance to be able to get the ball, but they call it jump ball, but luckily it stays with the Vikings.
28-17, Mount Horeb on top, yet to score in this half, as that three off, no good for Nick Eibinger. Pretty low scoring half here in the first few minutes, as the Vikings look to get on the board for the first time this half right here. That shot up front rim, no good for Chapman. Crusaders now bring it down in a hurry, driving baseline, double clutch layup up, no good, rebounded by number 11, Max Grundle. Grundle doing a great job holding on to that one, gets it up to Chapman. Chapman stop, pop, three up and good.
First points here for the Vikings, second half, and who else but Alex Chapman, as he's been very good for them tonight.
Now, quick answer three is no good for the Crusaders. That one put up by Yaki, his three, no good. Chapman looking to get out in transition, corner three up, off, no good. And I believe a foul will be called on the Vikings. If so, it's their third of the half in about 2 minutes. That one indeed on the Vikings and on Odgers will be his third.
I thought that was kind of a weak foul. I thought they called that before he even ran into him, but
head coach Mark Fredrickson will sub out Odgers. Vikings leading 31-17, just under 14 minutes left, as the Crusaders done a nice job getting back into this game. That double dribble is the call for the Crusaders. Vikings will get it off the turnover. Wagner just kind of got a little too happy there and put the ball down a couple times. Jackson Finley, the sophomore, running point here for the Vikings, crossing left, skipping corner, putting it on the deck. Now getting it 3 up and off for Chapman. All O-board for the Vikings results in another 3. That shot no good for Nick Eibinger. Vikings got to get back on D here. They do just that as Bridle was open for a second. That one called a jump ball.
That was really good defense there by Eibinger. He recognized where the ball is, and beautiful play.
Thought they might have called a foul. Might have got a little bit of arm, but I guess not. I guess that's just better D than I thought it was. Now, still 31-17, looking to change that. Shot up and good for Maury. His 3 finds the bottom of the net. 31-20 now, about 13 minutes left in this ball game. Edgewood making a little run here. Over now to Morsard. Morsard driving right, turning it over. Vikings getting a little sloppy with it here.
A little miscommunication there on that play.
JV head coach Trey Keenis wants his team to get out and run with it. Seems like they're kind of taking their time getting it across. Grundle kind of gambled on that one. Lucky it didn't backfire. Now down to the big man, Henry Clark. And as I said earlier, with no Hayden Anderson in the second half, Vikings really giving up a lot of size. Looks like Clark's got about 3-4 inches on Morsard. See how the Vikings play that in the second half.
Yeah, it was a really tough mismatch for Finley there, too, when he's got to mark a big man like that.
12-34 and ticking. Vikings up 31-20. That, a nice little step-through layup. No good. Aggressive defense, a little too aggressive for Wagner as he'll pick up his first.
It'll be Eibinger to take up the ball. Trying to slow this offense down a bit. It's been a quick second half.
Edgewood fans wanted to travel on Eibinger there. I thought that might have been a walk too, but refs must not have seen it. Eibinger now gets it to Mason Williams, the freshman. Now gets it top of the key, skipped. Corner 3 up, back rim, no good. Looks like a Viking and a Crusader will check in here as that foul, the 5th already of the half for Mount Horeb.
And that's Grendel's 3rd now, and him and Odgers are going to have to sit the bench probably for a little bit.
Head coach Mark Fredrickson, probably not too big of a fan of that. Couple players with 3 fouls. 31-20, 11:45 left in this ball game. Nice ball movement there. That 3 up, no good. Crusaders really doing a nice job of moving the rock there as they called a foul on number 12, Benjamin Maury, his 2nd. Nick Eibinger bringing this one across here for the Vikings. Vikings really slowing it down here, it seems, as Eibinger gets in the post. His shot up and good. Maybe a little bit of contact, no call. Great job finishing in the post there for the Vikings.
Yeah, just did that one all by himself. There was like 4 guys there, but really tough finish. Good work.
11 left in this one. A lot of ones on the scoreboard. 33-20, Vikings on top as Clark will get the easy lay-in, keep that lead at 11. Now 33-22 with 11 minutes left. Vikings just got to slow it down here, look for the best shot. Corner 3 up, no good. The Vikings get the O board despite Clark being down there. The big man unable to secure the rebound. Now right corner shot up and no good, as they will call a foul on Mount Horeb. 6 fouls in about 6 minutes. Not even, about 5:18. There's 6 fouls on the Vikings. They really got to clean that up here. As we said in the pregame, just got to limit those fouls, limit the free throws.
Yeah, they've just been really aggressive going for these rebounds, and they just got fouls called on them. Nothing you can do about that.
That foul on Ethan Morsard, his 2nd, 6th on the team, as that puts Edgewood in the bonus already. Going to be a lot of free throws as Clark fouled on the way up. Hoop and the harm for the big man. as he's really filling it up here in the second half. Vikings lead just like that, down to single digits.
That's Morsard's third now.
3 Vikings now with 3 fouls. Squad's already got 7 in this half.
Not even 6 minutes into this second half, and already got 7 fouls.
Clark's free throw up, no good. Bringing it across the timeline is the freshman, Alex Chapman. Chapman's 3, not the shot Mount Horeb is looking for. Just got to slow it down there, as Mark Frederickson doesn't look too pleased over on the bench. Now down low, poked away. Great recovery D there by Mason Williams, the freshman. Great court awareness to get there and poke that one out of bounds. Nearly stolen away by Eibinger. Now to Clark in the left corner. Clark gets that one poked away. Got to watch the trap, and nice job getting out of there for Chapman. Chapman gets it to Odgers, who's back in the game with his 3 fouls, into the left corner for Isley. Isley skips it to now back into the corner. Up to Chapman, top key. Chapman drives right, gets it right corner. 9:45 left. Vikings lead down to 9, 33-24. Here's what I thought Mount Horeb would do the last possession, as a trip is called on Edgewood. The Vikings really doing a great job there, just kind of milking the clock, looking for the best shot, eventually drawing the 3rd foul on at number 54, Owen Rist.
Yeah, I think if Mount Horeb goes another 1 or 2 possessions without points, they got to call a timeout and figure something out.
Offensive board there off the Chapman Wiss. Ball on the deck. Who's going to get those 50-50 balls? Mount Horeb gets that one. Got a man open right corner. They don't get it to him. Frederickson calls a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Viking Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season, while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings up 33-24, 9:25 left, as the Vikings look to kind of expand on that lead again. Just got to take their time, look for the best shot they can get. No shot will be taken as the Vikings turn it over. Got to watch the fouls here. Vikings just got to get those defensive boards. A little 15-footer up, no good, as number 5, Cal Odgers, 3 fouls, pulls that board down. Odgers gets it top. He drives right, kicks out. Nice pump fake. 18-footer up and no good. Rebounded by Clark down low.
Good looking shot there for Chapman. Just couldn't get it to fall.
A great look for the Vikings, as they'll call a travel on the Crusaders. Vikings really got to use those turnovers, capitalize off, and get some easy points.
It'll be Finley and Morsart checking into the game. I think they just put Morsart on the bench just to let off some steam a little bit after getting those 3 fouls.
Bringing it up is Jackson Finley, who started this game for the Vikings, as another turnover. Big man Clark brings it down. His lay-in good. Just like that, down to a 7-point lead. Vikings just can't get buckets, and also just aren't getting the stops they were in the first half, as their lead now trimmed to 7. About 8.5 minutes left here. Getting it left corner, now down low. Good double team here by Edgewood to the top of the key to Isley. His lay-in good. There's a score the Vikings are looking for. Great job moving the ball there. Just looking for the best shot they can get. Now over left corner 3, up and good for number 5, John Bishop. His second 3 on the evening. Vikings lead now 35-29, just under 8 minutes left in this ballgame. Reach soon will be called there on the Crusaders, as JV head coach Dre Keenis really didn't like that call. 4th team foul of the half, first on Patrick Fegan, as the Vikings look to once again expand on that lead. Once double figures, seemed to be double figures for most of the first half, now down to 6. In to Chapman in the corner. Chapman now right corner. Great ball movement here again by the Vikings. Looking to get it down low. That one's stolen away. And I believe one of the Crusaders stepped out of bounds. So the Vikings turn it over, get it right back off an Edgewood turnover. 7:42 left in this ball game. About at top of the key, now getting it down low, nearly stolen away. Up top of the key, 3 up and front rim no good. Rebounded by the Crusaders and their big man. Now to Clark. Clark, beautiful pass down low, lay in, no good. Scrum down low. Clark gets it now up top of the key. Vikings got to rotate, get out, get on their man. That 3 good, as it's now 35-32 with 7:11 left in this ball game.
MHB really needs to get a shot to fall, just slow this ball down a little. They still have the lead, and if they want to hold on to it, they just got to pass the ball around and get an easy shot.
Skip pass, 3 no good. Offensive board for the Vikings. Believe eventually, soon enough, they'll call the jump ball. There it is. And I believe that will stay with the Vikings. 35-32. I believe this lead was as much as 12 in the first half. Now, blink of an eye, it's down to 3 with under 7 minutes left. Vikings really got to string some stop and score together here, as Edgewood is the one getting that stop. Another turnover for Mount Horeb. Pump faking the 3 are the Crusaders. Now top of the key, 6:40 left. Vikings up 3. Clark's been in, I believe, this entire second half. No call on the way up. Vikings will get the ball in transition. Vikings looking to slow it down a bit here. Very wise move with just under 6.5 left and a 3-point lead. Driving right is Chapman. Chapman skipping corner 3, no good. Vikings really shooting a lot of threes as Chapman just came down with the board, fell on his rear.
Yeah, really nothing you can do about that. Just really have to try to get the ball out as quick as you can, but it's really tough to do when you're falling to the ground.
Edgewood really hitting the mark here on their shots in the second half. Vikings putting up a lot of threes. Not a lot of them are going in. Crusaders looking to tie this game up on a 3. There's the shot. That one no good. Crusaders bring down the offensive rebound. And a foul on the Vikings. Be a 1-and-1 bonus here for Edgewood.
Yeah, and that's going to be Grendel's 4th. Just one more, and he's out of this game. They slowed it down in the fouls a little, though, since the 10-minute mark, because they've only got 1 since then. Helping them out a bit.
Big free throws here. First one is good for Clark, as he, I believe, is now into double figures in this ball game. 5:55 left. Vikings up 2. Now, still up 2. That one poked away. Vikings careless with the ball as the Crusaders get another shot to now take the lead. Looking to get it down to Clark down low. They do just that. Not much the Vikings can do there, as now the Edgewood faithful making some noise. Timeout Vikings, as this game is now tied. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Now, back to the action. right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Now, what was a 12-point lead at the break, tied up at 35 in the blink of an eye. Jack, you and I were talking at the break, just the difference Hayden Anderson makes with his size. What else have you seen from the Vikings that they can work on down the stretch?
Yeah, they really don't have that big of a team, but they have to start playing like they're bigger because their team is bigger, and they just have to stand their ground and just can't let them drive to the paint so easily.
Yeah, Jack Clark has been in this entire second half as he's seen some pretty good PT. Vikings look to regain their lead that once was 12 as they get it down low. Now top key driving, nice dump down as that floater up and good. There's the score. The Vikings now they just got to have that stop and score mentality for the rest of the ball game. Edgewood looking to tie this game back up or take their first lead if I'm not mistaken. That shot up no good. Jack Clark pulls down the board as his shot is no good. Henry Clark, excuse me, his shot no good. Up to the top key now to Chapman. Chapman gets it left wing, 4:46 and ticking. Vikings up 37-35. Got to get that one more pass. There it is. Didn't see him in time, otherwise might have been an open three for the Vikings. 4.5 now. Vikings milking some clock, getting it to Finley. Shot up and good for the Vikings. 3 falls. Now Vikings lead just like that, back to 5.
Finally getting 3 to fall. Took them a long time to do so, but good to get some points on the board.
Shot up no good for the Crusaders. Vikings getting the stop they need. Now just got to, like I said, have that stop and score mentality the rest of the ball game. Push his lead back to where it once was, heading into the final buzzer.
I'm going to slow this offense down a little bit.
40-35 as the clock approaches. 4 minutes left in the ball game. As number 20, Ethan Morrisard, picked up his dribble. That one poked away. Will be Edgewood ball. And folks, stick around for the varsity matchup. The boys also facing Edgewood. That tip-off should be around 7:15. As far as this game goes, just under 4 minutes left at 3:52. Vikings leading by 5. Crusaders moving the ball around, corner 3 up, no good for Bishop. Bishop putting up a lot of threes. He's connected on a couple, but a couple have been off the mark. Clock now under 3.5 minutes at 3:25 and ticking. 40-35 lead for Mount Horeb. Nice job of bringing that one in at the top of the key for Mount Horeb. Is now a Vikings driving left. That one tipped a couple of times, poked away, and a foul is called on Edgewood, their 5th of the half.
Their coach is not happy about that one. From my angle, I didn't have the best angle, obviously, but I would say that was pretty good defense.
Yeah, a bit of a tough angle over here in the corner, but it's working pretty well for us so far. Vikings now with the rock. Clock at 3 minutes, now under 40-35 lead for Mount Horeb. Just got to take care of the ball down the stretch. Putting it on the deck is Chapman. Chapman picks it up, gets it to Eibinger, top of the key. Back to Chapman, left corner. His 3 up and no good. Rebounded by the Crusaders. Edgewood looking to get a quick bucket here as a timeout is called. We'll take one as well. 2:35 left. We'll be right back.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Wisco Radio, the leader in Wisconsin prep sports.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. 2:35 left in this ballgame. Vikings up 5. Jack, what can the Vikings do down the stretch here to close this one out and walk away victorious?
I think you just want to slow this offense down a bit, just hang on to this ball and maybe get some points here and there, but just want to play in the paint and prevent any ones down low for their big man, Clark, because he's been having himself a night.
Speaking of Clark, he gets subbed back into the game. Pretty smart coaching there. Subbing Clark out for a couple minutes, but then putting him back in down the stretch as Max Grundle, with his, I believe, 4 fouls, will have the tough task here of limiting buckets down low. Vikings getting it, Crusaders getting it down low. That shot in the corner up and no good. Clark pulls it down. His shot up no good, and Mount Horeb pulling it away, and a foul is called on the Crusaders, their 6th. Edgewood's coach, Trey Keenis, not happy with that call, as that one is on number 12, Benjamin Morey, his 3rd. A little bit of a press being put on here by Edgewood. That's backed off, as the defense will start at half court. 40-35, clock now ticking under 2 minutes. See what the Vikings can get done here, as that lay-in, a block is called. Not so sure about that. Looks like the Edgewood defender had his feet set. Refs saw it the other way. 152 now, both teams in the bonus with the Vikings up 5. Under 2 minutes left at the line. For Mount Horeb is Cal Odgers.
Big free throws coming up here now and getting late in the game with 1:52 left.
First for Odgers, rattles home, and that extends it now to a 6-point lead. Odgers, second, will be on the way. Another big free throw. Tickles the twine. Now a 7-point lead, 42-35. Clock at 1:48 and counting. As an illegal screen will be called on Clark. Vikings get a score here and maybe push this game out of reach. That foul on Clark, his 2nd. Full court press being put on here by the Crusaders. That press backed off.
MHB just trying to pass this ball around and hold on to it now.
Vikings up 7, 90 seconds and ticking left in this one. As now the foul game will begin. Vikings, just as we said pregame, got to just knock down those free throws. As I said earlier, Varsity's squad matches up with Edgewood just after this one. Should be about a 10-15 minute break, so stick around for that one. Should be a dandy. At the line here, big free throws for the sophomore Nick Eibinger. 1-and-1 bonus here. Eibinger, his first, no good. And I believe a foul is called on the Vikings. Timeout taken. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
Fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Wisco Radio, the leader in Wisconsin prep sports.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings up 7, 42-35, minute 28 left. Jack, what have you seen from Mount Horeb here in the last couple minutes you've really liked the looks of?
they've really just slowed this game down, only took shots when they've had to, as they've had this lead now, and just slowed the pace down and really helped them out.
That's exactly what we were thinking they were going to do, and they did just that. Is now Edgewood, 80 seconds left. Clock nearing a minute 15, 42-35, Vikings on top. Edgewood doesn't really look to be in any too much of a rush to get a shot off as they get it down low to Clark. Clark, nice pass, and the shot goes in, plus the foul. So a big free throw here for the Crusaders. 42-37, minute 7 left in this one. That foul on the Vikings, number 11, Max Grundle, his 5th. So he will be sitting on the bench for the last minute of this one. 9 fouls apiece as that free throw rattles home for Edgewood.
Need both those free throws now here late, and they're going with the full court press.
No surprise there. Only a 4-point deficit for Edgewood with about a minute left. Nice trap here. Vikings got to get this one across. Edgewood really ramped up their defense as a timeout taken. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes. So contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School, 42-38. Vikings on top. Great awareness there by Varsity head coach Mark Fredrickson calling that timeout as the Vikings were nearing that 10-second violation. Vikings get it inbound. A little bit of a sloppy pass as now Edgewood get a quick foul. Only about 4 seconds ran off as some big free throws here for the freshman. Alex Chapman will be up and coming. 54.7 left. Vikings look to push this lead to 6 with a couple of made free throws. They're in the double bonus here for the last 54 seconds. First free throw, front iron. Got to knock those down if you're Chapman. Right on line. Just needs a little more on it. Nine fouls for the Vikings, 10 for the Crusaders as Chapman's second goes in. 43-38 now as Edgewood looks at a quick shot, gets it to Clark. Clark now gets it top of the key, sets the screen. Vikings got a not foul to get the turnover and a Crusader foul. Great defense there by Mount Horeb on that possession.
And MHB is in the double bonus now, so they're going to get to shoot 2 no matter what. I think they might have been the last one too, but either way, he'll shoot 2.
More free throws here for Chapman as his first goes in. That pushes the lead to 6. Push it to 3 possessions with a make here. 43.6 Vikings leading now 44-38 as Chapman's second barely drew iron. 6-point lead. Full timeout taken. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Mount Horeb Basketball on Wisco Radio.
In need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Listen live on your favorite smart speaker. Just ask to play Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings on top of Edgewood, 44-38. Just a couple tenths of a second under 40 left. 39 9.8 left in this ball game. That last foul on Edgewood, last time down the court, was on Benjamin Morey, his 4th. As we said, both teams in the double bonus, so Mount Horeb got to keep their hands off on D here, limit some free opportunities with the clock stop. Edgewood looking to make this back to one possession game with the 3 elevator screen. Shot up in the corner, no good for Fegan, as a foul will be called on the Crusaders. Clock now under 30 seconds at 29.8. Vikings again look to stretch this lead from the line. Nick Eibinger will have a pair. Looking to make this a bit more of a lead as his first rattles home. Got that shooter's touch, I guess you could call it. Maybe a little bit of a home bounce, but goes in nonetheless for the sophomore Nick Eibinger. 45-38 Vikings now on top. Eibinger's second, no good. Rebounded by the Crusaders. Clock now rolling, 25 seconds into the corner. Now 3 up, good for Morey. Timeout taken, 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Now, back to the action, right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School, 45-41. The score, 19.5 seconds left. I think, for me, down the stretch, the biggest key for the Vikings is to just get those stops on defense like they've been getting. But then they know they're going to get fouled, so you just got to make those free throws. You got to stay strong with the ball, connect from the line, push this game, because they know they're inbounding it from a pretty tough spot under the opposing hoop. Just got to get a good inbound pass, hang on to the ball, draw the foul, make the free throws. And this one should hopefully be over.
Yeah, hopefully they can just get past the full court press, too, without it getting ripped away. As they struggle with turnovers all night. Both teams have.
Yeah, been a pretty turnover-heavy ball game. Pretty low-scoring affair, too. It's pretty unusual to see neither team reaching the 50s. As nice job breaking the press there. No foul called yet, and a timeout called for Mark Fredrickson. 14.2. We'll take, hopefully, one more timeout and be right back.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes. So contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings up 45-41. Kind of a sloppy possession there. Dangerous possession as well. Alex Chapman kind of drove towards that right baseline, right where you don't want to go. You got then the trap from Edgewood came, so you got the two men from Edgewood coming as well as the baseline. Almost a three-man trap in a way. Mark Fredrickson lucky he had a pair of timeouts. Now Vikings with one timeout if they need it. Edgewood out of timeouts with just under 15 seconds left. Vikings get it in to Eibinger. Eibinger nearly gets it poked away. Now is fouled with 9.4 left.
Good awareness there by Eibinger. He had nothing open. You could tell that the Crusaders were going to follow him, so now he's got to go shoot a few free throws and hopefully knock him down and put this game away most likely.
Yeah, this game anything but over. He misses a couple of these. Edgewood come down, get a quick bucket, and make his game really interesting as It looks like a couple of Crusaders will check in. Checking out is number 12, Benjamin Morey, after his 5th foul. Morey had a pretty solid night. Knocked down a couple of threes, had a couple other that rattled out. Had himself a pretty good ball game. Big free throws here for Nick Eibinger as his first is off right, no good. .4 left, Vikings up 4 as Eibinger's second on the way and no good. Offensive board and a quick foul, only about a second came off the clock as Odgers will shoot a pair.
Good job there by Odgers, as he doesn't have much of a height advantage on those Crusaders, but gets his body up there and gets that offensive rebound.
First free throw rattles in for Odgers. Now 5-point lead, a little more comfortable, a little more breathing room for Mount Horeb at 46-41 with about 8 seconds left. Odgers second on the way, good. 6-point lead, comfortable 2 possessions here for Mount Horeb as Edgewood just looks to get some last second points up. As the 3 up and no good, that should do it, that does do it. The JV squad comes out of this one victorious 47-41. Folks, stick around for our coverage of the varsity game. As I said, should be a dandy. We'll be right back.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now, back to the action, right here on Wisco Radio.
About 10 minutes till game time. Mount Horeb and these Crusaders are looking about ready to play some basketball. And we'll be right back with the pregame show in about 5 minutes. Be right back on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Want to listen to Wisco on the go? Download our app from your phone's app store.
And a good evening to you, or maybe a welcome back if you were watching the JV victorious in their 47-41 game earlier. Mount Horeb High School, the host site of this Badger small conference showdown between the Edgewood Crusaders and the Vikings. By my side tonight, none other than the one, the only Jack Goodwin. I am Daniel Inns. Diving into some stats first for the Mount Horeb Vikings. They come into this matchup 2-1 on the season. Lone fifth place in the Badger small on the young season, 1-1 in conference play. Coming off a 74-60 win over Sauk Prairie last Friday, and their only loss was against the current 5-0 division-leading Stoughton Vikings, a 69-67 loss. In that game, the Vikings had a chance to win the final seconds, but a last-second Josh Manchester shot was off the mark. Manchester, also a member of that Vikings baseball squad that reached the regional final, and he's none other than the heart of this Vikings squad, put up big numbers last year in his freshman campaign. Averaged almost 18 a game, shooting nearly 40% from three, and 82.2% from the line. This year, Manchester filling the cup, putting up 30.7 points per game after outings of 28 to open the season at River Valley and 30 in that loss to Stoughton, 34 the last time out in their win at Sauk. Heading into this game, Manchester 8th in the state in scoring among all divisions, so he's really putting up numbers early on. This level of play from the sophomore drawing plenty of college interest, including interest from schools like Virginia, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and even Marquette. Manchester already visited, I was talking to pregame, so he already visited Virginia, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Plans to visit Marquette pretty soon. Manchester, however, not the only member of this Viking squad to have a great start to the year, as senior Nick Vorwald's averaging 16 a game and junior Zach McGuire, the third of three Vikings, in double figures for averages at 10.3. Man in the middle, 6'5" senior Austin Livefried, actually an Indiana football commit, is averaging 6 points a game. As far as Edgewood goes, they come into this one 2-3 on the season, and they're tied for third in the Badger Smalls, 2-1 in conference play, averaging 62.2 points a game. Other Crusaders, and they come off a 74-58 win at home versus Reedsburg on Friday. Timmy West, really the anchor for this Crusader squad, leading the team in scoring at 18.4. Also second in rebounding, 6.2 boards a game for West, and 4.3 assists. So he just does a little bit of everything. I was talking to head coach Todd Nessheim before the game, and he was saying that West is the one of the top 10 freshmen in the state, depending on which site you look at. So Vikings got some pretty tough competition. West also shoots 50% beyond the arc, and senior Rex Lamb for Edgewood, D3 basketball commit to St. Olaf, as doing a little everything over here on the pregame show. Brought in a rebound, nothing major, Jack. As I was saying, senior Rex Lamb averages about 17.2 a game. Got to pay close attention to him from deep. If you're the Vikings, shoots about 40%, including making 5 of 7 from downtown in a season-high 21-point outing in about a 17-point win at Portage on December 1st. Ashton Fickle averages 11 a game for Edgewood, leads the Crusaders in boards. About a minute left. Jack, I do got one question for you. What do the Vikings have to do to win this game, to open their home campaign?
I think it was the same as really the JV. You go out, score some buckets. They're not really a team that can play in the post. Is really Lifere's the only big guy they got. Is the thing they can do to defend the Crusaders, they just got to keep them out of the lane. If they let them in the lane, I think they're just going to score on them all the time because they have the height advantage on them. Pretty much any team does on the Vikings. The Vikings just need to put some threes on the board and just stop them in the paint.
33 seconds till tip-off. I believe they're going to start the national anthem. We'll take a quick break and be right back after that.
Home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Wisco Radio, the leader in Wisconsin prep sports.
Beautiful job there on the national anthem done by a quintet of Mount Horeb students. Starting lineups first for Edgewood. Starting things off, number 0, Rex Lamb. Timmy West follows him. Henry Apter, the 5'10 senior. Third starting guard, 13, Connor Wood, is the 4th starter. And Carter Wiesicle is the 5th and final starter for the Edgewood Crusaders. Starting lineup here for the Mount Horeb Vikings. Number 3, 6'3 sophomore, none other than Josh Manchester. Number 10, Nick Vorwald follows him, Vorwald having himself a nice season. 6'3 junior Zach McGuire is the 3rd starter for the Vikings. Number 21, Griffin Hanna is the next starter for Mount Horeb. And the man in the middle, Indiana football commit, number 44, Austin Leibfried, rounds it out for Mount Horeb. Quick keys to the game, pretty much the same as the JV game, but Vikings got to make free throws, but then also keep track of Timmy West. As I said, he pretty much can do it all on the court for Edgewood. Limiting fouls and just getting, keeping those free points off the line will be big, and breaking Edgewood's press will be big. Coach Todd Nestheim said Edgewood presses, tries to speed opponents up, but the key is to remain called. Tipping things off is number 44, Austin Leifried for Mount Horeb. and number 13, 6'3", junior Connor Wood. Vikings in their home white, Edgewood in their away maroon as Edgewood wins the tip. Timmy West will bring it up here, drives right, gets it to Apter, drives, kicks it left wing, now to West, top key West, drives left, kicks out, driving right are the Crusaders. Now a travel is called on Edgewood. Great D to open the game there, as here comes the Edgewood press. Carter Wiesicle walked with it there, 17-42. Left in this first half, no score yet, pretty early on in this one, as Manchester definitely going to be getting face guarded here, as the Vikings do a nice job breaking the press there to McGuire. McGuire gets it back to Manchester. Manchester driving right, hitting the baseline, almost goes down with it, gets it. 3 up, off, no good. And Livefried pulls it down. Livefried may have walked with it, no call, gets it to Griffin Hanna. Hanna to Manchester in the corner. Manchester stops, spins baseline, drives baseline, goes down with it, no travel called. Nice defense here for the Crusaders, as Hanna goes up with it. His shot, no good. Hanna gets his own board. Out to Manchester, 17 minutes left. 3 up and good for the Vikings. 3-point basket. Zach McGuire gets the scoring kicked off here on this one, about a minute in. 3-0 Vikings, 16-48 as West gets it to number 0, Rex Lamb. Lamb now into the corner, looking to get it down low. They do just that. Out to Apter, top key, right 3. Right corner 3 off, no good, as Edgewood bobbles it. Manchester nearly gets it. That could have been a breakaway dunk, but instead the Crusaders bring that down. Coach Todd Nessheim telling his defense what to do. Austin Livefried says, get that out of here, as he just about sends that into the Vikings bench.
Yeah, it's really good help defense there, as they noticed he was driving, and that's a really excellent defense there.
Into West in the corner. West drives left. A little tongue twister as his shot no good. Rebounded by McGuire. McGuire gets it to Manchester. Vikings look to expand on their lead as Manchester gets to Griffin Hanna. Hanna looking to McGuire in the corner instead. Gets it to Vorwald at the top. Down to Livefried in the post. Livefried gets it to Manchester. Manchester running point here for Mount Horeb as he goes up. Tough layup, no good. Poked out by Livefried. West pulls down his first board of the game as he's looking to get out and run. 3 up and no good. May have been a little bit windy in here as that shot didn't hit anything. Manchester gets it to Vorwald. Vorwald loses his dribble, loses his footing as Manchester 3 up, no good, a little bit strong. Vorwald skies for that board, gets the putback lay in. So Nick Vorwald gets on the board first here for Mount Horeb, for first points I should say, for Vorwald on the evening, as West gets that down low. Over to Apter. Apter thought about the 3, a little zone being put on here by Mount Horeb. West now 6'1", freshman guard, having about the best freshman season I've seen as he gets that into the corner. Now to number 0, Rex Lamb at the top of the key, the senior, looking to break the scoring here for Edgewood as he gets it now to West on the right side. West in and out dribble. Great defense here by the Vikings. Griffin Hanna really locking things up. Nice switch. Manchester got off his feet a couple times. West's 3 is good. So give Timmy West a 3 ball to open the scoring for Edgewood as he makes it 5-3 with about 14 and a half left in this first half. As the first foul of the game will be committed on number 3, Henry Apter, the 5'10 senior guard, picking up his first.
Finally get a bit of a break there. It's just nonstop action for a minute and a half. Finally a first foul call to the game.
Vikings look to break the press here. They do just that. As Vorwald gets it to Hanna. Hanna reverse lane is good. 7-3 Vikings lead early on. 14-18 left in this first half. West brings it across court, looking to get some points in a quick hurry here. Getting it to number 13, Connor Wood, who gets it now to Henry Apter. Apter getting it into the corner to Lamb. Lamb looking to get it to West. Top key does just that. As Nessie's Nuthouse over in our far right corner really getting into it. as Lively pokes that one away. Turnover, Crusaders. Vorwald brings it across, gets it to McGuire. McGuire's three, money. This is about the most electric crowd I've seen in a while in a Mount Horeb basketball game, as their Vikings are up 10-3 early on, 13:38 left in the first half. Wood drives right, gets it to Apter, who looks right, crosses over to the left. 13.5 minutes, Vikings up 7. Apter loses his dribble near that student section as he turns it over. Landon Elstead, the senior, checking in for Mount Horeb. Cam Nessheim also checking in early, the sophomore, and seeing some nice PT as Manchester goes up, lay-in, no good. Rebounded by Elstead. Elstead gets it into the corner to Manchester. Manchester, Vorwald, three short, no good. Manchester able to pull that one down. His three, back iron, no good. Another offensive board, no foul call going up. Manchester looking to get a jump ball, does not, as the Crusaders will get possession here. Maybe a push-off not called on West. Vikings got to play through the adversity on D here as they're up 10-3, 12:45 left. As Edgewood, much thanks to them and Rex Lamb for slowing things down. Let me catch my breath here. Into West. West, that pass batted away. Great D there by the Vikings and Nick Vorwald.
Yeah, you got to be getting out of breath here, as it's just a quick moving game.
New Crusader checks in. I did not see who. Nonetheless, Vikings lead 10-3, 12.5 minutes left in this first half. West, nice behind the back dribble, kicks it into the corner. Corner three up and no good. Nessheim unable to pull that one down, as that will be Edgewood ball, I believe.
Really good defense out of this Mount Horeb so far, as they've done a really good job against Timmy West in this offense of Edgewood.
Timmy West nearly slips as that one passed out of bounds. Vorwald just unable to get that one. Jack, what have you seen so far from this Vikings squad you really liking early on?
Done a really good job shooting the ball. They've just done it all. Their offense has been electric, and they just need to keep up what they're doing.
Boy, thanks again to Rex Lamb for slowing this thing down on offense. As I said, Lamb, pretty prolific scorer. Yet to see this ball go through the hoop. West, three, off right, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings. Cam Nessheim running the point here for Mount Horeb. As that three off, no good. Overrated chance from the student section coming in. Maybe a bold move early on. As Timmy West gets it into the corner, three up and good for number 0, Rex Lamb. Just as I was saying, pretty big score. He gets one to fall, as now the Vikings got to break this press. Nessheim gets it up. Nice job there. Vikings got to slow it down now as they get it across. Nessheim looking to shoot. Instead, skips it to, I believe that's Zach McGuire. McGuire gets it down low to Vorwald. Vorwald driving right, looking to get it down low. Does just that. Corner, three, up, and good. How do you do?
McGuire shooting 3 for 4 from the three-point line so far. He's done an excellent job of that so far.
13-6, about 10:54 and ticking left in this first half. As this, just got a feeling it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game here. Corner shot up, no good for Edgewood. As Crusaders on the deck, Vikings got to get out and run, as they had a 5-on-4. Now they like to slow things down with Manchester on the bench. To Vorwald in the right corner, far side from us. Vorwald's three, money. Nick Vorwald extends lead 16-6 now, as Rex Lamb looks to drive left, gets it to the corner. Oliver Bohm recently checked in, looking to get open. Instead gets it to West. Top key, West drives right. And a foul is called. Something I expect we'll see pretty often in this game is Manchester getting quick breaks as he's just back in a couple minutes after he saw the bench.
Yeah, I think they really want to get him going here, as he hasn't had an opportunity yet in this game, I believe, and they just want to get him going with something.
That foul called on number 12, Landon Elstead. His first. Elstead yet to see the scorers column as that three, it's about banked in from the corner. Not sure how that one almost fell. Vikings still up 10. McGuire looking to get it to Manchester. Manchester being face guarded. Todd Nessheim said he expects to see that just about the majority of the season. Manchester jabs right, kicks, corner. What a pass by Manchester as he gets it to McGuire, who lays it in. Zach McGuire now with 11 as I believe a hold is called on the Vikings on the inbound. Landon Elstead picking up a couple of quick fouls as the Vikings now with 2 fouls. Crusaders only with 1 on the half. 9:34 left in the first half. Elstead will hit the bench as Chris Keel will check in. I believe he was a pretty instrumental part of that football team.
Yeah, big play receiver he was an honorable mention for state, I believe.
See what he can do on the hardwood as Timmy West looks to get the offense going. He gets it back, being guarded. I believe that is by Keel. Boy, great defense there by Keel, forcing West to give it up. As a foul called on the way up, I believe that will be on Zach McGuire. Zach McGuire indeed picking that foul up. First free throws on the game here for both squads as Rex Lamb looks to put a couple in. First is up and good. Henry Apter checking in for Timmy West. As West, I believe, yet to score. Second off, no good. Vikings up 18-7 here, about 9 minutes left. As they look to expand their lead here. A little miscommunication, that one.
I think Keel saw McGuire behind him.
As the Edgewood faithful disagree with that call.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Just like I said about Manchester, I feel like Timmy West is only going to see the bench for a couple minutes at a time, get those quick breathers, get back into the game and contribute. As Nessheim gets it in. Manchester being guarded just about as close as he can. He gets to the hole. Contact lay in, no good. Keel forces West to knock that one out of bounds. Great hustle play there by Keel. Nessheim get this one again. In to McGuire. Nessheim gets it now back right corner. Driving right, getting it to McGuire. McGuire looking to skip it, instead gets to Nessheim. Nessheim thought about 3, elected not to take it. Into Owen Ashleman, the junior. Now down to McGuire, driving left, lay in, contact on the way up, foul called on Edgewood. Second team foul on the Crusaders, first on Wisco, as McGuire looks to connect on a pair. McGuire's first rattles out, no good. As we said in the pregame show, free throw is going to be a pretty big key in this one. Feel like, although it was an 11-point game, we saw what happened with the JV game. Could get pretty interesting down the stretch if the Vikings fail to connect on their free throws.
And McGuire, for only averaging 10 points per game, he's already at 11 if he can get 12 at this, if he can get this one to fall.
He did just that. Ball hit just about no net at all, is it? rattles in. And play is stopped. I believe they thought a substitution was going to be made. Not really sure what went on there, but nonetheless, Vikings up 19-7, 8:21 and ticking left in this first half. That pass into double coverage as McGuire takes it away. His lay-in, is dumped down, and a foul is called on the Crusaders down low. Rex Lamb not a fan of that call, as that is now the third foul on the half. That foul on Drew Christensen, number 33. McGuire gets it down low, his shot up, no good. Rebounded by Keel. Manchester, 3, good. Josh Manchester enters the game scoring-wise on his first 3 on the evening, extending this lead 22-7, 7:53 and ticking left. That one swatted away down low as Timmy West gets his shot denied. Inbounding it into the backcourt now. Apter will look to bring it across with 7:45 and ticking left in this first half. Pretty clean half so far, only 5 total fouls. As Apter gets it now, looks to get it to West, top of the key. West now cuts to the hoop and back out. West now gets it, drives right, hands it off to Lamb. Lamb drives left. That one's swatted away by Keel. Keel gets the steal. A nice little ram on my part as Manchester 1-foot fadeaway. Boy, not sure how that went in, but he makes nonetheless 24-7 lead for the Vikings.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings explosion on offense here, 24-7 with 7:15 left in this first half. Jack, what have you seen so far from Mount Horeb that you've really liked?
They just done a really good job shooting the ball, and they need to keep doing that. And they've done a good job containing Edgewood, as they have just not got any good shot opportunities, and it's just been ugly for them so far.
Yeah, really doing a great job of holding Edgewood's leading scorers pretty much scoreless so far. Just the defense all around I've been very impressed with.
Yeah, played almost 10 minutes of ball, and they don't even have 10 points on the board yet.
Number 20, Carter Wisco, inbounds it to West, who gets it across the timeline. West over to Lamb. Lamb looking to get it back to West. He does just that as Wisco sets a screen down low. Now West looking to get it back top. He does. 18-foot shot up back iron. Manchester pulls down the board. Manchester looking to attack. Lay in, little reverse. Nice athleticism there by Josh Manchester. He's got another bucket.
Yeah, he's noticed he's got Timmy West right behind him and goes up and under and just totally fakes him out and beautiful finish.
26-7 now the score. 6.5 minutes left in this ball game. This first half, as West gets it driving right, crossing left to Apter, top of the key. Apter to Christensen. Christensen now driving right to West. West driving left, crossing right, lay in, fouled on the way up. So Timmy West heads to the line for a pair. That foul on Livefried, his first. West free throw, no good. And one thing Edgewood's got to not exactly work on, but focus on is these free throws. They're down almost 20 in the first half. These free throws, every little bit counts when it comes to coming back. West gets the ball. Manchester being guarded, just about face guarded as West's second is good. Manchester being face guarded about the opposite hash mark as the Vikings get it in and break the press. A little scary there, but they got it nonetheless. Manchester looking for a flare screen. As that, a near turnover, no foul called as turnover Mount Horeb. Lay in, no good. No box out there for the Vikings. As there's the 9th and 10th points. Head coach Todd Nessheim got to be pretty upset with the lack of a box out there on transition for Mount Horeb. Another turnover, Mount Horeb. That's back-to-back possessions with turnovers. Nessheim giving Manchester quite the stare down as Manchester airmailed that pass. 5:40 left. Vikings up 26-10. To Wood, top key. Wood gets it now left side to Wisco in the corner. Manchester playing pretty aggressive defense there. No foul was called as now Apter looks to get something going here to West. West gets that one poked away. Great D there by Livefried as Manchester contact, shot up and good. Great contact finish there for Josh Manchester as he now is really starting to get his groove going. 28-10 with 5 minutes left. Vikings in the lead. Reaching called there on Mount Horeb will be their 5th foul of the half. Griffin Hanna picking up his first as number 11, Gannon Bagstead. Bagstead actually from Mount Horeb, if the name sounds familiar. Brother Gunner at UW Lacrosse right now, so shout out to Gunner if you're listening. So some nice PT here for Bagstead. Now to Wood, top of the key. Wood looking to get it to West. Instead gets it to Bagstead. Bagstead will get fouled by Manchester. Drew Christensen, also a Mount Horeb kid. Coach Nessheim said he played with Mount Horeb through about August and then said, I'm going to Edgewood. So to Edgewood he went. 28-10, 4:45 left. Vikings in the lead as that one inbounded into the backcourt to number 3, Henry Apter, 5'10 senior guard, looking to get going here on offense. Apter driving right on McGuire, his lane up and good. 28-12 now the score, 4:26 and ticking as the press kind of backed off there by Edgewood. Manchester driving, lay in, good. Athletic finish there by Manchester, just a nice little finger roll. As West now gets it, drives left, picks up a screen now, crosses back to his left. As West now gets it, nice back cut there by one of the Crusaders to Apter. Apter gets it, that one poked away by Manchester. Manchester, no call on the way up, could have been an and one, but quite the finishes here by Josh Manchester. Now a 20-point lead as West's layup, no good, rebounded by Leibfried. Quite the pace here in the first half as Vorwald thought about a step back three, instead gets it to Leibfried. Leibfried going to work, his shot no good. That one will stay with the Vikings.
Give me a quick break here. We got 3:28 left here in this first half. Mount Horeb is leading 32-12 as they've just been dominating all half long.
Manchester, sorry to cut you off there, Jack. Manchester outscoring outscoring Edgewood by himself. His lane's no good. He's got 13 of the 32. Edgewood's only got 12 as a team. As West now gets it, another Viking looking to check in. West now driving. Did not see an open man down low as Bagstead gets it top of the key. Bagstead now in the corner as nice lefty lay-in was no good for Lamb. 32-12, clock down to 3 minutes, 2:55 and ticking in the first half. McGuire open in the corner, instead Manchester drives to the hole. No call on the way up. Interesting shot by Manchester, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As Manchester now has 15. As a little untied shoelaces going on here for Edgewood. Jack, what have you seen the last few minutes from this Vikings team that you really like the looks of?
They just keep shooting this ball really well. Manchester's had a few really nice finishes. I thought him always more as a really good three-point shooter, but he can always finish the ball really well too.
Boy, last like 3-4 possessions, it seems like it's Manchester. Kind of heading into this when you had an idea it was going to be like that as Manchester hits the bench, but just seeing 15 in the first half is quite something.
Yeah, that's for sure.
2.5 minutes left in this one, in the season, or home opener, I should say, as the Crusaders find themselves down big. West loses his dribble as the Vikings get another turnover. Now in transition, layup up and good for number 21, Griffin Hanna. Griffin Hanna, brother of Torrin. Saw Torrin in the crowd tonight, so nice. Torrin can make the trip down from lacrosse as the three is up and splashes home for Rex Lamb. His second three on the evening. 36-15 now the score clock, just under 2 minutes. Keel, nice fake as he drives baseline to his right. Loses the ball, gets it back, no jump call. There's the jump call as it will stay in the side of the court. Cam Nessheim looking to inbound this one. For Mount Horeb gets it in. Nice pass, nice dump down as the lay-in is good.
A good hesitation there by Anderson. Like he saw the guy coming up, waited a second, and laid it up and in.
As we said in the JV matchup, Anderson really seen some nice quality time on the JV side of things. JV coach Paul Manchester hopes that translates to varsity. And nice playing time here for Hayden early on as the Vikings get out, run with it in transition. Jump ball called there. Might have been a foul, but jump ball was the call as Manchester will check back in for Nick Vorwald. 38-15 with 1:26 left. Vikings on top. After looking to inbound this one to Lamb. Lamb really got the majority of the scoring here for Edgewood. I believe he's got 8 of the 15 as he loses the dribble there. Timeout called. I think it's time for us to take a breather. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Now, back to the action, right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings on top 38-15. Josh Manchester from Mount Horeb's got 15 all by himself, equaling the point total for the Edgewood Crusaders as they look to kind of narrow this gap here. If you're tuning into the JV game, it's kind of similar thing happened where the Vikings had a big lead at the halftime break, then Edgewood made it close, so Vikings got to keep that in mind here. Into the recently checked in Gavin Young as he gets it to Apter now under a minute. Nice pass down low. That one stolen away by Manchester. He corrals it. 3 in transition. Off, no good. A little interesting choice there by Manchester as he gets it back. Lays it in. Got the points nonetheless. 40-15. Now Mount Horeb on top with about 30 seconds left in this first half. Down low. Fouled on the way up is number 11, Gannon Bagstead, as he looks to get in the scoring column for the first time on the evening. That foul on number 1, Cam Nessheim. Foul number 1 on him, as Bagstead will go to the line for a pair. Bagstead's first rattles home. Lefty gets that one to drop. 40-16, the score going to be interesting to see if the Vikings go quick here. Just hold the ball as Bagsted's second off front iron. Hits backboard and drops. Couple points there from the line for Gannon Bagsted. Nessheim gets it to Keel. He's just got to get it across the timeline at this point. There he gets it across with 17 seconds. Looks like the Vikings are going to hold here. Manchester getting face guarded about 30 feet from the hoop, as that's about the last person who wants to take the shot with 17 in the first half. Manchester looking for it instead of Vikings turnover. Just got to get a stop here to end the half. 3 up and off backboard, no good. Vikings heading into the halftime intermission up 40-17. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Wisco Radio, the leader in Wisconsin prep sports.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings up 40-17. As long as I'm on the quick topic of shout-outs, I'd like to give one to Mount Horeb alum Owen Ziegler and Mason and Klett, both St. Mary's Minnesota players. A couple of good players for their D3 squad. What have you seen from this Mount Horeb squad in the first half that you really liked?
Well, currently Josh Manchester has the same number of points as their whole team does. He started off a little quiet, but since then he's been dominating. pretty much had all the points towards the end of that first half, as he just couldn't miss. Like, he's not that tall of a guy compared to their team, but he just went through them and finished every single time, and that's just how good of a player he is.
Yeah, as I said, pregame, Manchester's got interest from at least 4 D1 schools, probably a host of other schools at lower divisions. But, I mean, there's not much you can do when you got a 6'3" guy just driving right at you. Just kind of got to get out of the way and hope he misses. Manchester sure hasn't done that. Another player for the Vikings had a nice half. It's number 20, Zach McGuire, with 11. Him and Manchester alone equating for, 28 of the 40 points for the Vikings. This Vikings D has also just been phenomenal. 17 points in 16 minutes against usually a very tough Edgewood squad. It's averaging over 60 a game. Can't complain with that. Played with 5:10 left in this first half. We'll take another quick break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on Wisco Radio.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Chiropractic Services, Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Now, back to the action, right here on Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. About a minute and a half left in this halftime as the Vikings are up big, 40-17. I think, Jack will ask you in a little bit, but I think two of the biggest keys for Mount Horeb in this half are keeping up their defensive prowess. I mean, they've just been, seems like possession after possession, just stop, turnover, block. It's just, their defense has been incredible this game, but also their offense has been pretty spread out as well. Manchester, of course, with his 17, and McGuire with his 11. But otherwise, the Vikings have been putting up pretty even numbers. Just great distribution of the ball.
Yeah, they're making sure not to just force it to Manchester and making sure he gets all of it, because eventually they'll catch on and they'll be able to guard him. But when you can give it to guys like McGuire and Vorwald, they're big playmakers too, and they can always make something happen.
Yeah, and Manchester already about, actually my math is right, he is over half his point total on the season. He's 17 of the 30 of the way there. But I have a feeling if he keeps going at it like he did in that first half, he might get to 30, maybe 35 pretty easily. 5 on the floor for the Vikings is Manchester. McGuire, Vorwald, Leibfried, and I believe Griffin Hanna is the 5th. 18 minutes back on the clock. The Vikings up 23, 40-17. Same starting 5 out for Edgewood. That started the game. Manchester gets it in here as he looks to facilitate here for Mount Horeb. Guarding him pretty tight is Wisco, and that looks like a 1-3-1 or a 2-3 zone being put on here. Vikings got to adjust to that as the corner 3 up and good for Zach McGuire, now up to 14 on the ball game. Crusaders looking to claw into this lead a little bit as West gets it up to the top of the key to Apter driving, getting it to Wood. Wood now getting it to number 20, Wisco, as Manchester pokes this away. Watch out, this could be a dunk for Manchester. He goes up, just a nice little lay-in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Manchester gets the lay-in, makes it 45-17 with about 17 minutes left in this one. Kicking now, top key is Apter driving right, picking up a screen from Wood. Wood posting up, McGuire down low, they don't see it, as a foul will be called on Mount Horeb. That's Austin Leibfried picking up his second. As I said, Leibfried, football commit to Indiana, had himself quite a career here at Mount Horeb. West bringing this one across. Pretty quiet night thus far for West, only with 4 on the ball game as he gets it to Lamb. Lamb drives right, stops, pops, shot up, front iron, no good, rebounded by Manchester. Manchester just on attack mode as he drives the lane, lay in, no good. Rebounded by West, poked away by Leibfried. West gets it back, dives on it. No travel is called as that one is poked out of bounds and will be Viking basketball. Viking student section over to our far right getting into it as their Vikings are on top 45-17 with about 16:21 left in this ball game. Now Griffin Hanna gets it into the corner to McGuire, back to Hanna. Hanna, Manchester wide open in that left corner. They just don't see him. This zone is leaving Manchester wide open for a skip pass if they want it. Instead, they get it down low to now top of the key, 3 up, no good. Poked around, West falls to the ground as the Vikings corral it. Manchester cut to the hoop, was open again. Instead, they get it to Griffin Hanna. Hanna down low to Leibfried, lefty, pump fake, hook shot up and good. Plus the foul. 47-17. Now the score 15-51 left in this ball game. Connor Wood picking up foul number 1 on the evening. First on the half. As Leibfried will look to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. His free throw short, no good. Rebounded by McGuire to Manchester. Manchester 3, good. So give Manchester 22 on the ball game now, as he's really lighting up the scoreboard. Manchester looking to double team West as Wood gets it now to Christensen. Christensen gets poked by Manchester as this Vikings lead is now 50-17 as they're really on a roll to start this half. Apter now getting it Back at the top of the key, looking to get it to Lamb. Instead, he gets it to Wood. Wood driving right, spinning left. Manchester looking to poke that one away. Manchester flies by, forces the miss. As a nice job of staying in bounds there by Connor Wood. 3 up and nowhere close. 50-17 now. Jack, what have you seen so far in this half you've really liked from Mount Horeb?
Really just pushing the pace, just trying to extend this lead and just keep it. And their defense has looked perfect, honestly. Haven't allowed a point, and they're looking to keep it that way.
50-17, score 14-54 and ticking. Manchester has 22 on the evening as they get it to him. Manchester drives left. Nice dump down to McGuire as McGuire lays it in. West drives the lane, and a foul is called. I believe that will be on Griffin Hanna, who's in disbelief. That foul actually on Austin Livefried, his third. Already the third on the half as Hanna gets subbed out. Coach Nessheim putting a lot of trust in his big man in Livefried with 3 fouls. Viking hits the deck. That shot up, no good. Got a reaction from the Edgewood JV squad as Manchester, nice in and out crossover, cross back to his right. Nice dump down by Manchester. What a find. Manchester really showing off his passing this half, not just his offensive scoring.
Yeah, he's done a good job of that. Noticing that he's got the ability to pass the ball really well too, and he's been doing that.
Manchester forced to travel. There's a little yell and exclamation as this Viking lead has blossomed to 54-17. Livefried checks out, and I believe that was Griffin Hanna checking back in. Vorwald gets it inbounded from Cam Nessheim. Nessheim and Manchester pretty good buddies. They have been for quite a while as Nessheim looks to just slow it down here. Manchester posting up down low as he just backs down his defender. Getting it back here is Hayden Anderson, getting his 3rd and 4th points on the evening. West driving left. No travel call. Just letting him play through it by looks of it, as no travel call there either. And just careless basketball there by Will Hannon, the 5'10 junior guard. Just lost someone off his foot and didn't go after it. Manchester checks out. Owen Ashleman checks back in for the Vikings. (56-17), Vikings on top, 13-30 and ticking as Anderson gets it down into the corner to Elstead. Elstead drives, gets to Nessheim. Nessheim over into the right corner. Driving, contested shot is up and good for Nick Vorwald.
Tough finish there. Gets around the defender. Nice play there by Vorwald.
Vikings still haven't allowed a point in about 5 minutes as Cam Nessheim gets a steal and lays it in. This Vikings team is on a roll as Edgewood calls a timeout. 60-17. We'll take a quick break with about 13 minutes left.
Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
This is Wisco Radio.
Welcome back here to Mount Horeb High School. Vikings lead explodes to about 43, 60-17 with 13:01 left in this one. The Vikings defense, Jack, just on fire this half, having a lot of point this whole half.
Yeah, and now at this point they got no starters left in the game, and they're just letting the backups play, getting them some time, as they do have a 43-point lead here and a 20-0 run somehow.
Manchester having himself an evening. I believe he's got about 22, 24 on the night. as the leading scorer in the game right now for the Vikings is Nick Vorwald with a nice 7 on the evening. As the Crusaders look to just make this a reasonable deficit here. Great defense here being played by number 14, Owen Ashleman, as he's just locking up everybody they're putting on him. Edgewood now working some clock, dribbling it into the corner here, up to number 1, Will Hannon. Hannon gets it, hands it off. Hannon now drives. That shot denied by a couple of Vikings as Cam Nessheim pulls down the board. Nessheim gets it to Chris Keel, the junior, as Ashleman's 3, no good. 12:21 left in this ballgame, 60-17, Vikings on top. Now into the left corner, nearest to us, to Gavin Young, 6'2", junior guard, gives it up. Back to Young, the ball goes. Young gets it to Hannon. Hannon driving, looking to get it back to Young. Thought about the 3, did not take it. As Max Faust turns it over. I was reading the Mount Horeb Mail a little bit ago, and head coach Todd Nessheim has some pretty lofty aspirations for this team. Obviously, they're showing quite the dominance in this one, but he thinks they can make a pretty deep playoff run and even maybe make it to state. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They've been good all season. Honestly, their only loss is to Stoughton, and they're 5-0 in conference, and they've been really good, and that's who knocked them out of playoffs last year. So if they want to make it state, they're most likely going to have to beat Stoughton, and that's not going to be easy.
Stoughton always seems to be a thorn in the Vikings' side. The Vikings like to beat up on the Vikings as a jump ball is called, but will be quite something. I was reading the paper, as I said, and they said this is just about the most talented team since that 2015 squad that won the state title. So going to be quite something to see what this Vikings squad does this season.
Yeah, they did lose some valuable seniors last year, but they've done a good job recovering their bench depth. Obviously, Josh isn't coming off the bench anymore, and he's in the starting, so I think that's really their weak point. Other than that, their starting lineup is really good.
That shot up and no good for Timmy West, who just checked back in. Rex Lamb also checked in with him. That foul on Landon Elstead, his 3rd. West at the line for a pair. West first up and good, 11:35 left. West second, good as well, as that's the first 2 points of the half for Mount Horeb. Vikings having some trouble getting it in here. Got to watch the trap. The Vikings turn it over. Can't get sloppy with it now as West goes up. That shot no good. West looking to get his own board instead of Hayden Anderson pulls it down. Anderson trapped as a timeout is called. Gives us a well-deserved breather. We'll take a timeout as well.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Wisco Radio, the leader in Wisconsin prep sports.
Vikings having a tough time getting that one across the press with 11:19 left. Pass was batted out of bounds by Henry Apter. Apter only got 4 on the night, but then again, it's 4 of the Crusaders' 19 as they trail 60-19 with 11:13 left. The Vikings just got to take their time here as Nessheim gets it to Ashleman. 3 up, no good. That one kicked out of bounds will be Crusaders basketball. 11 minutes on the dot left on the clock. Number 2, Colton Martin, also checked in. The senior seems nice playing time with the Vikings. Huge lead. Apter crosses left, drives left. That one poked away. He gets it back. Apter gets into the corner now to number 20, Connor Wisco gets it back to Apter, playing a little two-man game as Apter drives, kicks to West, shot up, air ball. As Wood could be called for 3 seconds. Refs don't call it. Wood gets it back, drives right, kicks, corner, Lamb up and rattles out. This kind of been that type of night for Edgewood. About 3/4 of the way down and pops back out as Nessheim has just got to get it across the timeline here. Kiel, Vikings just got to get it over at this point. Barely do as the corner three, no good for Martin. Vikings get that one back. Skip pass, couple Vikings collide. Nessheim's left corner three splashes home. 63-19. Now the score 9:53 left in this ball game.
Yeah, haven't scored in a little bit here, but get some more points on the board and nice play.
Boy, Coach Nessheim really likes what he's seen from this Vikings D. Applauding him over on the sideline as that shot up no good. Coming towards us is that one out of bounds. Timmy West just about ran into our table over here, but he didn't, so it's all good. Cam Nessheim will be inbounding this one for the Vikings as he gets it into Kiel. Kiel looks to get it back to Nessheim. He does just that as Nessheim directs traffic a little bit. Nessheim skips it. Turnover Vikings. As they're playing, I know they're up 43, but they're playing a little bit sloppy here. Maybe one thing they can improve on for the next game as Wood now gets it, takes a dribble to his right, picks it up, nobody to get it to. Finally gets it to Apter. Apter down low to number 20, Connor Wiesikel, as he gets his first two on the evening. Nessheim gets it in. I believe that's to Hayden Anderson as Wiesikel picks up a foul about 85 feet from the hoop. Wiesikel picks up his second and immediately hits the bench as Nessheim gets it into Kiel. Kiel back to Nessheim. Quite the press being put on here by Edgewood as the Vikings just barely get it across. Anderson, Euro step, layup is good.
Tough finish there by Anderson. Able to get around the defender.
They call a foul on number 14, Owen Ashland. Not quite sure about that call. Looks like Edgewood Crusader Henry Apter just kind of losing his dribble as number 24 from Mount Horeb, Alex Chapman, had quite the JV matchup. We'll see some PT as a freshman replacing Kiel. Oliver Bohm checks in, the senior for Edgewood, in for Wood, so Size comes in for Size. Vikings look to get a stop here as Nessheim hits the deck. Hesitating on the three is Lamb as turnover there, Edgewood. .7:25 left in this one. Vikings up 65-21. Looking to expand on that lead. Nice pump fake. Viking student section goes crazy. Shot no good as the Vikings get the O board. Chapman drives, gets it to Cam Nessheim. As Nessheim fakes right, drives left, gets it to Chapman. Chapman driving. Nearly walking with it. Instead, three is up and nothing but net for Owen Ashleman. 68-21 lead for Mount Horeb. About everything going right for the Vikings, except for that foul call. Blame that one on me. That foul called on Owen Ashleman.
Ashman did not like that call, and I think I would have agreed with him there.
Number 25, Will Ryan, checking in.
Really just giving everyone minutes tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking down on the Vikings bench. There's only about a handful of the squad that has their uniform on still, but I have a feeling the next few minutes I'll have it off. 68-21 Vikings on top, 6:10 and ticking left. Great defense being put on there by Nessheim. as they get it to Christensen. Christensen now to Lamb, who drives and picks up a foul. Cam Nessheim picking up foul number 2 as that puts Crusaders in the bonus. Boy, just about the only thing you can say from the Vikings that they can improve on is the fouls in the second half.
Yeah, I think most of them come down from the bench, too, that their starters aren't committing much fouls. It's usually just they can't guard them very well in the paint, and they end up fouling them instead.
First free throw up and good for number 0, Rex Lamb. As Ashleman checks out, number 5, Cal Odgers checked in, had himself a nice JV matchup as well. Second is up and good for Lamb. Gannon Begstead checking in here for Edgewood, the 6'1 sophomore, hoping to see some nice minutes here. Into the corner, 3 is up. That's far right, no good for Christensen. As Max Faust drives, kicks it to Apter. Apter drives, Tufts contested pull-up, no good. Vikings just can't get this board, as Nessheim could have got called for a foul. Nothing was called. Now a foul is called on Cal Ogden. Coach Nessheim screams, you guys got to react, as that foul came after a couple of offensive rebounds for Edgewood.
It's one of those things that you just can't give up.
Free throw up and good for Oliver Bohm. As that narrows the gap to 68-24. Bohm second on the way, and front iron no good. Rebounded by Anderson. Anderson gets it to number 24, Alex Chapman. Chapman looking to get it to Ryan, instead gets it to Nessheim. Nessheim down into the corner, now skipping it to Ryan. Ryan into the corner as another Vikings taking off their warm-up jacket. Looks to be sophomore Max Grundle checking in the next dead ball. Will Ryan in pursuit, but number 22 Max Faust gets the lay-in. Vikings getting it in to Hayden Anderson, who skips to Nessheim. Nessheim getting across the timeline, 68-26. Vikings on top with 3:25 and ticking. Now to Hayden Anderson in the corner. Anderson driving left, getting it. I believe that is to Cam Nessheim on the far corner. Nessheim driving, contested shot up, no good. As that one will be a foul called on the Vikings, their 9th of the half. Running clock in effect here. Not many times you see this in high school basketball, as the Vikings up 68-26.
Yeah, really just blowing them out at this point. This time's just flying by now, not even like the quickest half ever, as we got pretty much the whole JV squad in this game now.
Ethan Morsard and Max Grundle checking in, a couple sophomores who also had nice JV games.
Yeah, getting them some varsity experience will be helpful next year when they get a lot more minutes on varsity.
Lefty free throw for Gannon Bagstead, up and good. 6'1 sophomore getting on the scoreboard. Bagstead knocked down a couple free throws in the JV game late, also hitting a couple here in the varsity matchup.
He's 4 for 4 from the line. Nice work by him.
Can't beat that. No, his brother Gunner, also a pretty solid free throw shooter at his time here at Mount Horeb, as the Vikings up 68-28, just over 2 minutes left. That one poked out of bounds. A couple more Vikings look to check in. Jackson Finley. And I believe Nick Eibinger is the other Viking checking in. So don't quote me on this, but I believe this is an entire JV squad on the court. Colton Martin actually checking back in.
So almost full JV squad.
Eibinger getting it into the corner, now driving left. Shot up, no good for number 2, Colton Martin. As Bohm lost his dribble, now getting it into the corner to Gavin Young. Young up to Hayden Myers, 6'3 junior, driving. Top of the key now, lefty 3, no good. No number 44 on the roster, but number 44's three is off for Edgewood, as now driving left off his foot. Turnover for Edgewood for number 40, Hayden Meyer. 68-28 on top, 45 seconds and ticking. The Vikings can just dribble this one out and be pretty happy with the victory. Vikings don't seem to be content with a 40-point lead. They want more, as that three is no good. 68-28 now, 22 seconds and ticking. Great D there. Now to number 1, Will Hannon, who's fouled on the way up. Colton Martin getting that one called on him, his first. First free throws up and good. 68-29 now, as Hannon gets his first to drop. 2.1 seconds left, looking like a pretty sound victory for Mount Horeb, as that free throw short, no good. Looks like that is your final for Mount Horeb, 68-29. Jack, what did you see from Mount Horeb tonight you really liked?
They really just dominated on both ends of the floor, only allowing 12 points the second half. Obviously, their starting lineup wasn't on the court for most of the second half, but really just a dominating performance.
Another great all-around game for Josh Manchester, pouring it in the bucket, but also dishing it off. Great all-around effort for Mount Horeb, walking away with a 68-29 victory. Jack's adding up the points for Josh Manchester. That might take a little bit.
22 points for Manchester on the night.
22 for Manchester. I believe one of his lower scoring outputs on the season, but still a great game nonetheless. For Jack, I am Daniel Linz. Next game pretty soon coming up here, but until then, have a great rest of your week. And as always, go Vikings.